Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast, Saturday edition. I'm
Yes.
your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
Goddamn, SummerSlam gotta change plans.
They changed one day. One
And
day.
fuck up all our shit.
That's it.
Luckily, we were able to watch it, catch up everything. At least we watched most of the stuff. We actually was able to review everything. So, is that?
Mhm.
But we did watch a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, man.
How many
So
hours?
much. I mean, it's a
Three?
good time right now, man. The crowds are back.
Yeah.
Fans are going crazy for their favorites. So it's a good time, right?
One thing I wrote on our wrestling battle page. I just wrote it with capital letters. Wrestling is fun.
Yeah, I agree. I
And
agree.
that's all that matters. I don't
That's
care
all it should be.
if you're.
That's all it should be.
Yeah, I watch it all. We watch AEW. We watch WWE. We watch New Japan when we get a chance. We watch Impact. We watch. If there's something that you guys recommend, we'll watch it. So
I should watch MLW some more.
I heard good things about it. I
Because
just
they have,
didn't- yeah.
I only say that because they have more accessible free options to watch their stuff. Because
Yeah.
they have a main show on YouTube. So.
And then Ric Flair returning to NWA. That's something we forgot to talk about in the rest of the
Oh
movie.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
That is really cool.
Big
So,
news. I mean, look, we can talk about what they thought he was doing on the train. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yo,
He say it wasn't him because he don't take trains, but
I woke
I
up
don't know,
to
Rick.
that, and I laughed my ass off, and I was like, Flair would do some shit like that.
He would. He would if he was a train taking bus riding son of a gun. He might be the one doing that, but apparently it was a different day.
He lives by his moniker.
Yeah, he rides in limousines, jets only. No public transportation for Ric Flair.
Yeah, they looked like a fucking Metro North train.
Somebody said it was the LIRR. They, like, yo, I was on that train. They had a picture of them with the seats in the back. I was like, yo, wait a second. But nah, they found out who that was.
Yeah.
I don't know, but apparently they know who that is.
Yeah, it was a Flair.
Was it him?
Yeah.
Well, he was handling his business apparently. So shout outs to that dude.
Yeah, during a pandemic too.
I'm just Well, you know what? The train was empty. The train car was empty. But somebody was taking the picture.
Exactly.
Who was
So
taking that picture?
Someone's there. Probably a conductor.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's gotta be against the rules, man. You can't do that.
Probably is. But they were like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yo, if I was a
No,
conductor
I'm
of a
not
train-
talking about the act.
Yeah.
I'm talking about taking a picture. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can't be taking that picture. Come on.
Yeah. I was a
Do better.
conductor in that train, and I saw that. I was like, I will walk right back. They're like, yo, this is a place.
Tickets, please.
Yeah.
Tickets, please. Yeah. Oh, man.
God. So, we got our comic book, superhero comic book movie review. Verdict today of The Mask, which I was very, 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 very happy to watch again because I love that movie.
Yeah, it's been a really long time since I've seen that movie.
I watched it recently. I watched it like maybe a year or two ago
Okay. I haven't seen it in at least 10 years.
because like I think they threw it on Netflix for a little bit, and I was like, okay. I watched
Wow.
it.
Okay. Got you.
But yeah. Before that, Hasbro got me again.
Of course they did. They don't stop.
They don't, and I'm getting tired of it. But not everything is coming out like later this next year or something like that. They announced the Ninjettis are coming. The first two was Adam and Billy, blue and black Ninjettis. They actually have the TV show mask with the full face cover, and then they also have the movie style look.
I saw the picture you sent me of the Blue Ranger. It
Yeah.
looks great. Looks
It
great.
does. It looks really good.
Two different faces and ninja face. Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait till that white one comes out.
What faces? I'm just saying, if it's the movie one, it's okay.
Yeah, but
It's
he's
the
gonna have that
movie.
Ninjetti
Well,
fest. Yeah.
He's gonna have the. Yeah, he is.
Yes.
He is. Yes.
They did show them, and they actually look pretty good. They actually showed the figures all together. They actually did look pretty decent. So I'm actually looking forward to that. I don't know where I'm gonna put all this shit. But I'm getting them. I pre-ordered them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so they announced that. I think Hasbro's doing a Hasbro PulseCon, which is I think the end of September. So there's gonna be a lot of shit being announced and stuff like that. So, cause I'm waiting on that Pudgy Pig collector's edition. I think that's when that goes on sale. So I may have to jump on that when it goes on sale.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm a little disappointed. I'm gonna be paying $50 for a fucking Pudgy Pig, but whatever.
Yeah, I hear you. I know.
Yeah, Pudgy fucking Pig.
What's the name of the game?
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, they announced that. So there's a lot of shit coming out. I think the Ninjettis are gonna come out every week. So probably by like Tuesday or Wednesday, they'll probably announce the next one. So most likely, I'm hoping maybe one come in a 2-pack and the rest come single. But I don't want to mind all them being single figures. So let's see what happens there.
Okay, gotcha.
If you're into GI Joes, they announced a shitload ton of GI Joes. If you're into Transformers, they announced a shitload of Transformers because of that new show, Kingdom, Transformers Kingdom, and shit like that. That was actually really good. Check it out when you get a chance.
Does Optimus wear a crown? Does Optimus wear a crown?
No, but it just the
missed
beats worse.
Missed opportunity.
It does. I wish he did have a pink, like a pimp crown. Been cool. What was I gonna say? I completely forgot. Yeah, I completely forgot.
You talking about the G.I. Joe figures?
Yes, G.I. Joe, Transformers. They announced a shitload of Hasbro stuff. Other thing that popped up today, not popped up today, this week was the He-Man Masters of the Universe kids version cartoon, which is like a CGI. It's kind of like a CGI cartoon. If you actually watched Troll Hunters on Netflix, I think it's made by Dumb.
Troll Hunters, excuse me?
Yeah, the show Troll Hunters. It's on.
Is it starring the trolls?
No, it's
like,
weird.
Are they the hunted?
No,
are they running from?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a Netflix show. I'm probably saying the name wrong, but it came out a couple years ago, and it was a kid that found like a gem, and then he met these trolls, and then he has a magic sword that goes into an epic thing. They're the ones that are doing the Master Universe cartoon, which it kind of has the same style. So if you actually see both, you see them together, you're like, oh, okay. It's aimed more for children. It has like a Power Ranger vibe because they all got powers and they yell them out and shit like that. So it's like, I see the Power Ranger stuff. It looks pretty decent though. Like I actually kind of want to. I'll probably check it out.
Okay. Sounds good.
I think it's out this week. Oh, not next.
Right, cool.
No, the end of the month. My fault. But yeah.
All right, so I got a little bit. Okay.
What else?
I know there's a bunch of stuff. I saw the you hit me to the game. What is it? Black King.
Yeah, that looked cool.
That I mean. Hold on, let me get the full title of the game because it's a long one. Black Myth Wukong. There you go. And it was the Unreal Engine 5 gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
And that debuted like 2 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks incredible. I'm not familiar with the studio.
Yeah.
Because of the Chinese, straight up Chinese studio. I believe it's called Game Science.
Yeah.
So I have never heard of them before. I'm sure they probably made a bunch of stuff. But it looks different. It looks original. It's obviously some of their historical lore.
Yeah.
The story, I believe. Because from what I remember, the name Wukong is the Monkey King.
Yep.
And there's the tale, The Journey to the West, and that's basically his tale or what have you. No pun intended. Which, kind of the Japanese adapted to Goku and broke that up because Dragon Ball has a little monkey boy, and he has to. So the something I know that is like mythological is the pole.
Yeah.
and that's so Goku had the little power pole extend.
Yeah.
So I know that's basically what that is.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Like it's an action.
Yeah.
I don't want to say action RPG. It's like an action adventure. It looks a little bit like it has some other Dark Souls formula to it because it seems like there's a lot of one-on-ones with the bosses.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, yeah, that looks like very Dark Souls-ish.
But it also looks more like God of War. That's what it really looks like to me. The way the high quality visuals of it, the way the when the two monkeys are fighting and the one is using like the wind.
Yeah.
And you see the slashes in the snow, like that reminds me of God of War, like that level of detail.
Cool.
So
it looks cool. It looks really cool. Looking forward to seeing more news. I know Xbox got Gamecom coming soon, so we'll probably get a lot of Halo, a lot of Xbox news later this week.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And you know what? I gotta give him props also for the push for PC stuff recently.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of what the Halo news and what's coming out recently is they're definitely not just pushing Game Pass, they're pushing a lot of games from Microsoft on the Steam platform and any other, like I think some of the games on Epic. I'm not 100% sure about that. But like they're pushing this stuff. Cause I saw Battletoads had the 1 year anniversary.
Oh, sweet.
I believe it was either yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
From the last version from Rare. And they were under Microsoft and they were pushing like, hey, if you want to buy it, it'll be on Game Pass. But if you just want to buy it on Steam, do it. Go ahead. Yeah. It's there. So cool. I like that.
Yeah. So Gamescom coming in next week, so you're gonna get a lot of Xbox news. I know Halo just announced that the Forge mode and the co-op campaign is getting delayed until later on because they were focusing on the multiplayer and the main campaign.
That's fine. Do it right. Please don't release it busted or broken because people will not let you hear the end of it.
Yep. That's why I'm glad they announced it. Like, yo, these are not coming in. We'll get them soon. Mm-hmm. That's all they got to do. That's it. Yep. Especially after the whole Cyberpunk thing, we are a lot more forgiving for you guys to take your time now.
That's why Grand Theft Auto is not coming out until 2025 or something like that.
We're gonna be in the 5th generation with GTA 5.
6. Like they officially announced 6, but it's not coming for
I'm saying years. We got 3 generations of GTA 5. I think as long as they're gonna I feel like we're gonna get one more generation game cycle and we're gonna get another GTA 5.
They just announced a new Skyrim. Yeah. That's gonna be coming out this year. And they're adding fishing to it.
Oh, sweet.
Like they're actually up-resing it. They said they're gonna give current gen systems if you have an existing version, I believe they said you can upgrade it to the newest one.
Cool.
So that's crazy. That game is how old? I don't know, 10, 12, 15 years? I don't know how old Skyrim is.
Skyrim, yeah. Skyrim is 10 years.
And everything.
Skyrim is 10 years old.
And it's like on every platform. It's on the Switch.
I'm going to see it come out, and I'm like, I ain't going to get it, and then I'm going to glad I'm getting it and play Skyrim again.
Yeah, why not?
Like play it once every generation, right? Every 2 years. every new console get a fucking Skyrim. But I'm excited. You know what? I probably would get it too, which is bad. I should not get it. It's too much shit. Skyrim is way too much shit. Anyway. But yeah, that'd be cool. And then the remasters fully got announced for GTA that they're remastering 3 Vice City and San Andreas for the current consoles. So how deep the remastering is gonna be, I don't know, but it's getting done. And
I should mention also that news specifically for anything Bethesda related, meaning Skyrim, came from QuakeCon. That happened this past week. So
yeah, and they gave Quake for free.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
You could get Quake for free. Yeah, that'll be interesting. How's the Street Fighter going?
I see that people have gotten their hands on the characters. The crazy combo masters are doing weird stuff. They got Akira flying through the ceiling now, doing combos in the sky. They got Oro destroying every projectile in the game with his V trigger, I believe it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of madness. People love characters. People, especially Akira, because she's a throwback.
Yeah.
So mostly positive reception. Some people are trying to figure out what Oro's good at. So it's like there's the tech beasts out there lipping him up. So make sure you follow Red Cyclone because when I see all that crazy stuff, the tech come out, I make sure to repost it for you for anybody who's following. So
check it all out. I'm gonna wait till the last character comes out and then I'll probably buy everything. I'm just missing the last set of people anyway.
There are I think, like I said, by the time that happens, there'll be another sale on the DLC.
Yeah, I'm all for those.
Namco just had a sale this weekend, so if you're interested in the game, which game was that? Scarlet Nexus.
Oh, okay.
It's got like a 40% discount. Like it's a brand new game.
Yeah.
So it's $60. Now it's $38.99. So if you want to pick that up, do it. There's also, which I'm looking forward to, is the Tales series, the next game in the series. There's an actual demo out now.
Cool.
I don't think it's on PC, but it's on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox, and Series X.
Oh, okay.
So you can check that out for free. I believe it's Tales of Arise. I think it is.
Okay. Cool. Shout outs to Up Down Down. They have their homecoming.
Are they having? Is it like a tournament going on? What's going on?
Yep. Left right tournament. I'm going. Let's go, Baron Corbin.
Oh, he's trying to win. Okay.
Yes, he is.
Is you sure he's not out already?
You know what? I'm a little mad that he's not in full character. I swear to God, I'm watching it, like I just put it on the TV now. Like, I really hope Baron Corbin's in full character. Like make it look like he's using the internet for like Starbucks or some shit to fucking play.
Oh, that'd be messed up. Him on the McDonald's Wi-Fi. Damn.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's take his character all the way. Oh man, it's funny. I got the King Corbin figure. Like these were the days.
He lost all his deals, his endorsements, his trucks, his home, his wife.
That's I'm actually gonna try to get the up down title. I kind of want it. Hopefully get it signed by Xavier.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Find him at a show.
Yep. But yeah, they were doing a thing. I just sort of happened to see it. I was like, all right, that's cool. I've been wanting to get the Tekken characters too, but they don't go that down in price, and I'm like, I want to pay that. The furthest I've seen them go down in price is like $12.99.
See, they have like the base game on sale all the time, but that DLC.
Yes, is the DLC that don't fucking go down.
I mean, I already got the game. Come on, man.
Yeah, I got the game. I had the game for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to get the other characters, and it's still like $17. I'm like, fuck you. No, go down. Go down to $5.
Yeah. What happens to the $5?
Yeah,
give me everybody $5.
$5. And it's not like I have season 1 and 2, so I just need that third season.
Got you.
And it's just like it's still like $15, and I'm just like, fuck.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Go on sale.
Yeah. Anyway. Want to get into this movie? Or you have more?
Well, somebody was saying I just had to look at the up down homecoming. I will say people in the comments saying Corbin was in character, so let's see.
Yes.
He might be, so that's something to check out if he's actually in character.
Let's go Corbin. I want him to win it.
So
this will give him a little boost of money.
Well, he'll have a championship to maybe sell.
Sell the championship. No.
It's messed up.
Shelton Benjamin is going against Mia Yim for the title.
So Shelton Benjamin.
Ah, shit! I already got the spoiler. I already know who's the new left right
Don't
left
tell
right
me.
champion.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I want to watch it.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Watch Up Up Down Down. I 100% support that channel. Yeah. So, yeah. You want to get into this movie?
Yes, sir. So, what's this week's movie?
The
It is
Mask.
starring Jim Carrey.
Yep.
Let's see. In the U.S. of A., it debuted on July 28th, 1994.
Yep.
It is how long? An hour and 41 minutes. It's definitely shorter than that. The credits are long.
Yeah.
And it's PG-13.
Yep.
You know, the only thing I can say about this movie is that if they would ever do another one, I would be interested in them doing a rated R version of the movie.
Yeah, because the comic is really rated R.
Mm-hmm.
The comic is really
it would definitely be in that Deadpool tier of just gratuitous violence. So
yeah.
I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that too, because we did get a sequel and we just don't talk about it.
Starring Jamie Kennedy, I believe.
That was terrible. That just made me sad when that came out. I don't even think I watched it. I refused to watch it.
I have never seen Son of the Mask. No,
I've never watched it. I've seen like trailers. I've seen shit on it, but I've never actually watched it.
So, this movie was directed by Chuck Russell.
Yep.
Do you? Oh my goodness. Well, gotta put some respect on the man's name. He directed The Blob, the original, I believe.
Oh wow.
Well, is the 1980s Blob the original, or was
there's
an
an
earlier
one
one
before that.
Okay, cool. Well, that's the only one I saw. I never saw the original.
One of my favorite. He directed one of my favorite Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Yes, I was about to say
Dream
Warriors. He directed The Scorpion King.
Scorpion King. Collateral.
He directed Eraser. What?
Back to School.
I like Eraser. Okay. Yeah, you put some respect on your man's name. Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Written by Michael Fallon, Mark Verheiden, and the screenplay by Mike Werb. And the stars are Jim Carrey as Stanley Ipkiss / The Mask, Peter Riegert as Lieutenant Mitch Kellaway.
Yep.
You have Peter Green as Dorian.
Yes, I actually, I said in the last cast, like, he used to come to Blockbuster all the time. He was actually a really cool dude.
Nice. I have Amy Yasbeck as Peggy Brandt. Man, she
a bitch.
Messed up character. So your man, Richard Jenny as Charlie Shoemaker. Ortez Masasina as Nico. Tim Bagley as Irv. Nancy Fish as Miss Pina. Like, messed up. Who else? Where's Cameron Diaz? How do you get the Cameron Diaz? Like,
down, all the way down.
Why? It's like,
I don't know.
She's top billed in the movie too.
Tina Carlisle.
Introducing Cameron Diaz as Tina Carlisle, because I believe this is her first movie.
First movie, yeah.
So,
and the guy,
they made a big old deal.
And I don't know what happened after this. Oh gosh,
she stopped wanting to be portrayed that way, because this movie really does ham it up when she first shows up on the screen, like instant.
Yeah.
That's about the one thing I'll say about this movie. It's mostly you could watch this today and be like, yeah, this movie is great. The only thing that doesn't really hold up is the portrayal of her character in the immediate beginning. They go gratuitous cleavage shots, ass shots, slow-mo, her bending down, everything. So
I love it all.
You know, that's it was what it was for the times. 94. So they go in. But besides that, like, it's fine. The jokes aren't anything that you can't say nowadays. Most of the stuff is still like hilarious.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is on one with his one-liners, you know, the smoking, all that. You know what I'm saying? In full force. This is prime Jim Carrey. 94.
And the CGI with the cartoony version of when is the mask and it's cartoony and things like that. I think they did like a hell of a job, and combining the Looney Tunes and like the MGM cartoons and shit like that to what the Mask character is, because that was what he used to love. Like when you actually see that in the beginning of the movie, when he's watching, he goes home, he actually puts on like the Wolf cartoon and shit like that. With I don't know that Wolf's name.
I don't know.
But yeah, you see him watching the cartoons and stuff like that, and it kind of like portrays it towards the end. I like the whole plot. Pretty much that she just goes there to like take videos of the fucking bank and kind of use them to see the layout of the bank, and
yeah. Well, first it starts out with them laying the feel for you as to who Jim Carrey's character is. Who is Stanley Ipkiss?
Yes.
He is the too nice guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy who bought his co-workers some tickets to a show. They make sure to let you know that they were hard as hell to get, and she's like, "Hey, can you get one more from my friend?" And the lady, he's like, "I can't. They're impossible to get." And she's like, "Damn, but I can't let her sit home." And he's like, "Bro, she's not interested." So he does the nice thing and says, "Go ahead, girl, take your friend.
Yeah.
I got these impossible to find tickets. I was supposed to take you, but you know what? Take your friend." And so they immediately hit him with the too nice guy thing. His friend reminds me of, because it's funny, I think True Lies came out after this. He reminds me of Tom Arnold.
Yeah, he has.
Specifically in True Lies, though.
Yeah.
Like he's like the sidekick.
So the wolf name is Wolf.
That's what I figured. I thought it would be Wolfman or something, but it was like, yeah, it's Wolf.
It's just Wolf.
Makes sense.
Tex Avery. Tex Avery created him.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember the cartoon, the commercials for the Tex Avery show?
I used to love that.
All over it.
That and like Toonheads. I used to love those shows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I just loved. I love the aesthetics of this movie. I love like when he's the mask and just like the full in general, like the character he becomes and things like that. That's and you see the nice guy, and then going into what we're going to go into. But yeah, it's just
So early, the one thing I like about this movie is it doesn't waste time on scenes. None of the scenes are dragged out. So the movie doesn't give you a chance to be like bored.
Yeah.
And it doesn't give you a chance for any real downtime. It's just going from one thing to the next. Everything that it goes through is to further push through the movie, further explain things that are happening. So, because this movie doesn't have like lore, even though there is lore.
Yeah.
But this is basically you don't know what this is.
Yeah.
They have the divers find the mask down there where they're excavating and something, like they're putting pipes down. Actually, they actually give you the background of the city by how it looks. It's just terrible.
Yeah,
looks like the future because it's just smog everywhere, like green clouds. There's sewage, like looks like toxic waste on one side.
Yeah.
At the riverfront, you know what I'm saying? Like they give you the where they are and everything. So the divers find the mask. The mask is all chained up under the sea in that area. I could assume it's like Chicago.
It looked like a Chicago kind of town.
Maybe in New York. I don't know. Because it's like the river or whatnot is right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like mostly a fictional city.
Yeah.
So like the diver finds the mask. It comes out. You tell the music is up. Obviously, it's called The Mask, right?
Yeah.
It's not long. You see Stanley Ipkiss down on his lug. Nice guy. He gets screwed over by the guys who take his car.
Gave him the loaner.
You know what I mean? The old stereotype of the mechanics trying to give you the heave ho because the guy's like, "Hey, what's this part?" And he goes, "It looks like $700," and they just both start like it's full of over the top characters, like the side characters super over the top.
Yeah, and you see how much fucking Stanley Ipkiss just gets screwed throughout the whole.
His landlady the management lady is just completely bonkers. Like he's creeping up the stairs after having one of the worst nights where his homeboy is supposed to have got him in the club. You know what I mean? Because that's where Cameron Diaz's character was going. She comes into the bank early on in the movie, so she's introduced very early, actually.
Yeah, like the first scene, Like the beginning of the
Like,
movie, she gets introduced.
first scene with Stanley Icke, maybe
Yeah.
5 minutes in, bam,
Yeah.
she's there.
Yeah.
And then you find out she's not all she seems, because she seems all flirty with him, and it turns out he was just sitting in the right seat, so she could scam him with the camera to get the bank, the vault.
Yep.
The technology is insane, because the way she's able to broadcast,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, right to the CCTV where Dorian is, and the doc.
Yeah.
R.I.P. the doc.
Yes.
But you get so much in the beginning. You get her playing, basically a double life, right?
Yeah.
I told you she reminds me of Madonna's character from Dick Tracy, like from the get-go.
Yeah.
You have Stanley Ipkiss. You have his friend being introduced and what type of friend he is.
Yeah.
You have, he's the horn dog and a half that always got some type of scheme to get laid. You have Dorian basically introduced in the beginning of the movie. He's trying to rob the bank. He's a gangster and he wants to usurp the other guy who's the real head honcho of the gangs in the city. I believe it's Nico.
Nico, yeah.
So you introduce to Nico in the beginning. There's so much that happens very, very fast in this movie.
Yeah. And
you would think it'd be too much, but it's done so well. And then you have the Jim Carrey just being Jim Carrey in every scene.
And it just is very, the pace is just very fun. Is it very, there's no, downtime in this movie in that sense. And I think that's one thing I loved about it. We go into, his bad luck day, and pretty much, he got kicked out the club. They threw his ass out. He sees Cameron Diaz's character coming out in the limousine.
And he was driving the loaner.
Oh, he's driving the loaner.
The guy brought him his car. He's like, clearly this is not my car.
Yeah.
Started the ticket match. well, I'll be damned. And he doesn't own up to. He's like, you drive in with a Porsche, and they sent you out with. It's so the one thing I will give credit to this movie is that there are a lot of small lines, they're not the major things that are said, where Jim Carrey or somebody else will say something in passing, and it'll be some of the funniest stuff in the movie, dude.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah,
some of the lines that the mask says, that's not the major thing.
Yeah,
that he just said. It is what did he just say? Yo, the part where he. So very early on, we just said he got screwed by the mechanics. We got the jalopy. They took his car. They held his car up, gave him a piece of garbage. So he drives the car back from getting thrown out the club and being humiliated, right?
Yeah.
And he's on the bridge, and it's one of my favorite scenes. He's pissed off. The car stalls. He gets out. He gets to open it. He burns his hand.
Yeah.
Has a cartoonish reaction. Then he kicks the bumper, and the whole car falls apart.
Yeah.
And then it just... straight up Looney Tunes stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where he finds the mask. But it's just did the whole car have to fall apart like that? No, it didn't. It didn't. And then he gets the mask and he gets chewed out by the lady. He comes in with the soggy pants. And then, so the first bit of revenge he gets is on the lady, where he tears up the area, scares her half to death.
Yeah.
He shoots at him with a damn... a rifle, some buckshot.
Buckshot, yeah.
He Looney Tunes his way out because his alarm goes off and he kills it.
Yeah.
And that scares the crap out of her. He falls out the window, turns in the road. He's, look, I'm roadkill. So much happened, and that was 5 minutes, dude.
Yeah, and then it's just
and then he gets the revenge on the damn the mechanics.
Oh.
You don't find out to the next day that he took those two mufflers he had, he shoved it up their asses.
Yep.
It's crazy, but then you don't get that scene until after the entire first scene where he sneaks into the club.
Yeah.
It's just wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So much happens. You get to see the mask in action very, very early.
I like the whole step right up, kids, and he fucking making the balloons for them, and then he makes the Tommy gun, shoots a ray.
Oh my goodness.
It's just it shows the full animated cartoon styles of everything like that. They had the weapons and his pockets being full of shit when they check his pockets down the road and things like that.
But the other thing
they do with that
you mentioned the transformations and the the stuff out of nowhere. The thing that's crazy, right? So this came on. This is a New Line Cinema joint. I don't know exactly the studio though. Like who did the CG for this movie? That I don't have the information on in front of me.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Look at 1994, The Mask. It does not look bad at all. When he's transforming, when he's doing all that stuff, and it's turning from the balloon animal, the balloon Tommy gun to the real Tommy gun, it's happening in front of you.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen off camera, and it looks good.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that's crazy, dude.
Like CG looks really good in this movie. Like they did a really good job with it.
I don't know. They must have had all the money.
Yeah.
They would like throw it at him because it's Jim Carrey in '94. Give him everything he wants and more. And it's just like
crazy. The budget of this movie was $23 million.
Well, you gotta remember, $23 million. 1994 money. That's a lot.
Yeah, $23 million.
Because when you go back,
because
when you go back to the scene, we're not really gonna go through the entire movie because we could, but it's just like there's a scene where I want to get her name, where Amy Aspect, Peggy Brandt, who's the reporter. And like she has a little thing. They end up having history because Stanley Ipkiss wrote into the paper that she works for, which is the Chicago Tribune. So it is Chicago.
Yeah.
Where she mentions where she's from. He goes, "Oh, I wrote an article. I wrote into one of your articles. Are you the Peggy Brandt?" And then they have like a little moment, and you think that's gonna lead to them having some type of romantic thing. And because again, it's Stanley Ipkiss. And it's The Mask. So Stanley Ipkiss is still, the too nice guy, the down on his luck. Everybody takes advantage of him. So you're thinking this is gonna lead somewhere because he says very nice things to him, and talks about the hundreds of women like looking for a guy like him, right? And then fast forward to where Dorian gets the mask, wants the mask, puts out the hit, $50,000. You see all the mobsters, you think, oh man, they're gonna get him. You think Cameron Diaz's character is gonna set him up?
Yeah.
No. Peggy Brandt set him up. Why? Because $50,000 in 1994 must have been a hell of a lot of money because she mentions, I gotta keep my condo. You know how hard it is to find a condo in this city? It's like, yo, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy. So $50,000 in 1994 must have been a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I was just really thinking about one of my favorite scenes. Fucking Mask robbed the bank.
Yes. His own bank, mind you.
Yeah, he robbed his own bank, and I fucking love that about it. The fact that he just went to his job to fuck them over and kind of thing.
Well, to say you see the boss is a dick.
Yeah.
Because you find out that the boss's son is the one running it, and he's using it as his own personal piggy bank.
Yeah.
And so he's already categorized as an asshole.
Yeah.
But he also robs the bank at the exact same time that Dorian's crew gets there to rob the bank.
Yep.
And that ends up with the police shootout. They just start shooting though.
Yep.
Could have ran.
Yeah.
Yo, your man was just like, it's the cops. Pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop. What?
Yeah.
No running?
Nope.
You just straight gangster like that. All right.
Yep.
R.I.P. Doc. They was popping,
yep.
and the cops bust back.
Yep.
R.I.P.
Yep. And so that was one thing I always fucking loved about it, that he robbed his own bank. The scene, this is probably the most famous scene of The Mask, is when he sees Cameron Diaz do her show, and this is pretty much straight out Tex Avery. This is hands down the Wolf cartoon of Tex Avery and him watching the girls. And I think what they did was they took it from screen by screen of his reactions to her.
Makes a lot of sense.
And that was something I always loved about it, and the dance and stuff like that. But one of my favorite, I love the Cuban Pete shit. That's one of my favorite fucking scenes in this movie, period. But even the one before it, when he was the French dude, when he goes on the park with her. And that whole scene.
Pepe Le Pew, y'all. They would cancel The Mask. I'm just saying.
Exactly. And it's just funny, and I was like, I loved his little one. Like, I just love the lines. Like, I honestly, this is one of my favorite movies of when it's like childhood movies. Like, I could fucking say the word from word while the movie's going. I could fucking know all the lines and shit like that. But I always like think that when he did the French thing, he was like, shoot the door, shoot the door, shoot the window. I don't care, and shit like that. I always find it funny, and to this day, like, it still makes me laugh. The Cuban Pete scene, I mean, he gets caught and he has all the shit in his pocket, and they all just like taking shit out of his pocket until they find Calloway's wife in his pocket.
Yeah, with the phone number on it, call me. What?
I think, and then even Dorian Tyrell, when he gets the mask and how he becomes this fucking beast-looking Hulk, short Hulk.
But I love his transformation though, with a black cloud like forming over his head.
I think like, they did a great job with that, and I think that's what makes this movie too.
I like just so much with the thing that I realized, because again, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah,
and then first viewing, we were kids, right? So I didn't remember the stuff when they were talking. There had Ben Stein is in this movie as a professor, obviously.
Yeah,
and he has a book about masks. He sees them on the news. So Stanley, he brushes that off. But later on, once he has the mask and everything, he's trying to tell him about the mask.
Yeah.
It doesn't transform because I am assuming it only works at night, right?
Yeah.
But he explains where it's from. It was like first 4th century, like early Norse, and possibly Loki.
Yeah.
And he goes, Loki, huh? And he's like, yeah, that's something. At some point, the story goes, he caused too much mischief, so they locked him out of Valhalla.
Yeah.
And so Jim Carrey hypothesizes that Loki's potentially locked in the mask.
Yeah.
And so I was saying to you, I was like, oh man, so now we got another Loki variant.
Yes, exactly.
Because he's in the mask, so the powers of Loki.
I also have a variant like sitting next to me.
Mm-hmm. Quiet today, nothing to say.
No, she's tired. She's sleeping actually. She's so cute.
So,
yeah, nothing to say today.
But just so much to like pick up on if you don't remember it.
Yeah.
There's just like a lot of little things, little scenes, the stuff, all the scenes with Milo.
Yeah, I fucking love Milo. Milo, I think,
how much of a character he is.
Yeah, Milo, I think, is one of my favorite like movie dogs. Period. Like that was always my favorite dog.
Like from the beginning all the way to the end, where he turns into the masked dog.
Yeah,
pees on the man's head.
One thing I love is the fact that they showed his full love for Stanley Ipkiss. Like that was his buddy, that was his like best friend and things like that. So even the dog had like the characteristics, and like he really loved him and wanted to make sure he's good.
Also, we should give him a shout out. He's probably not with us anymore.
Yeah,
but he is Max. He is Max the dog. Max the actor.
Yeah,
played Milo. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. And he played Mr. Accident in two. That's another movie he was in, Mr. Accident.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
He was Wayne the dog.
And it was cool that when he did get the mask and shit like that, he became he reminded me of the dog from the Wacky Races and shit. Because he did.
Oh, Muttley?
Yeah, he did the whole laugh and shit like that. But he was just straight up insane. And I liked his interaction when he actually sounded like, what the hell did you eat? And took the mask off it.
I love when he takes. You see, this is another thing. The little thing that I liked is when he takes off the mask, the face that the dog makes.
Yeah,
it's like he's being choked to death, and it just pops off his head. They do.
This the practical effects and the full effects that they have in this movie is bar none. Like they did a fucking amazing job just capturing what they wanted as in the half cartoon, half real life movie, but realistic. And they didn't do it in a way that, like, even to this day, like, watching the effects in this movie was fucking fantastic. Like, I've seen current movies that can get a CGI like this, and like, in the way that just to make it look like it's part of the world.
Yeah. It's just the one thing I will say.
But then also,
that just is weird. I just want to say one thing is weird is just how good it is. Yeah. For the time.
Yeah,
we've been watching movies for good, in the genres that would have the most, CG effects for that time, right?
Yeah,
this just blows every movie we've seen away.
Yeah. And, yeah, I think we appreciate it more too because last week we had Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you went from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, and even though
But
the
I'm like,
movie was
there's
good,
no movie in this list that we've watched that has effects better than this.
no, like even
There's no
even
movie, not The Crow. No,
because they
you know what I mean?
they use practical shit too. Like honestly, I feel like this movie, like I think they really did to their strengths in this one. And I was actually looking up like a lot of the special effects people, and a lot of those people that are actually worked on this movie has worked on Avengers, has worked on Iron Man, has worked on the more MCU stuff. So I'm like, it makes a lot of sense now. It does make a lot of sense. Yeah, and then just like a lot of the scenes, like I remembered a lot of the one-liners, like fucking even Dorian Tyrell's. I remember his lines, like I want to know where my money is. I want to know right now. And he comes out with the fucking tax shit. I love all those scenes. I love all those Looney Tunes scenes.
This scene right after, like during that scene when he wins the award for dying.
Yeah,
and you look at, I never looked at Dorian.
Yeah,
he sees the crowd.
Yeah,
and he starts fixing his hair.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, what is. Wow.
That is something I love about this movie because it did break the fourth wall. There was times you thought like the mask was like Bugs Bunny, and how he breaks the fourth wall in his cartoon. Like he will actually talk to the audience, and they were like, one of my favorite things with Looney Tunes was like I think it was with the monster or Orange Monster, and Bugs Bunny was like, "Have you ever had the feeling you're being watched?" Yep. And then he looks at the crowd and he's like, "You see all those people?" And he was like, "You people, right?" I love that shit. That's like one of my favorite fucking things. Like to this day, like I don't know why it gets me. It fucking makes me laugh. But it had that effect of him being like Bugs Bunny and shit too. And I just love the practical, those things. They're just fucking great. Like, and again, it reminded me like I was watching a live action Looney Tunes cartoon with this movie because how his body interacted and things like that. And he did the insane things, but they didn't do it like overly did the insane things he could do. Like they did it practically to what he used to watch more than anything.
Yeah, what's in his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
And and I think that's what makes it great. Like when he did the tax thing, even he did it with Dorian Tyrell, and then he dodged the bullets, and then the bullet actually finally hit him, and then like when he shot the tie, it became his like pajamas and shit like that. There's a lot of subtleties in this movie that I really liked. I just really enjoyed. The whole thing when he was in jail with Milo fucking helping him get out of fucking jail, and then finally like they had like a whole like 5-minute scene of him trying to jump and get into the jail and stuff like that. I loved everything that they did in this movie. This is like probably I'll say this is one of my high grade movies. I'm very, very happy we went to watch this. This one's getting a 5 from me. Like I don't give a lot of 5s. I think I only had 3 movies that have a 5, and this is gonna be one of them because I just love this fucking movie. And they did a good job. They just made me feel like I was watching a live action Looney Tunes cartoon, and they did it perfectly. I think they did a great job, and the movie didn't overstay its welcome. I think even to the last scene, the movie was still fully entertaining. Because even in the last scene, you have fucking Milo and his best friend fucking fighting for the fucking mask.
Yeah, true. And he flushes the bad guy.
Yeah,
and he just flushes him.
He flushes him in the toilet. I love the fucking Dirty Harry scene. You feel lucky with all the fucking guns come out. I'll say like that was actually a really cool scene. I'll say the dance club scene was one of my favorites just because just how well it's done. Like honestly, if you watch the Tex Avery cartoon with the wolf, it's like one and done. They're identical to the crazy of how the interactions and shit like that is. And then the whole dancing was actually really dope, and just the music that went with it and things like that. I really liked the what was it, the again when he was the French dude and he fucking shot the cigarette through his nose and made the arrow into the heart.
Oh, the smoke,
yeah, which is actually our picture of the podcast today. I love the Chichico Boom scene. There's too many things I loved about this movie, so it's gonna be really high regarded on my list right now.
I hear you. So we gonna put this one out?
Yeah,
for you?
Number 5, and it's gonna be number 3. It's gonna go right under RoboCop.
All right, good. So I gave it a 4.75.
and yours goes under Superman 2. Number 6.
So where's that on the list? Okay. All
So a review of our list. Mine's right now is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, RoboCop number 2, The Mask number 3, Batman number 4, RoboCop 2 number 5, The Crow number 6, Superman 2 number 7, Black Man number 8, Darkman number 9, Flash Gordon number 10. With yours, it is RoboCop, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, RoboCop 2, Batman, Toxic Avenger, Superman 2, The Mask, Blank Man, Darkman, and then Superman the movie.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's getting to nitty gritty, and I feel like we are going to about to hit another movie that's not going to be so good. And our next movie is The Shadow.
I've only seen this movie once.
I think I've seen this movie once as well, and it was just a random rental. It wasn't even in theaters. I was like, you know what? I never watched this movie. And I don't even think I watched the whole thing. I think I cut it off like halfway through.
Gotcha.
I remember seeing the toy line. I remember seeing some of the toys being kind of cool. But other than that, I don't remember much about this movie. All I know is it's a Baldwin. Alec Baldwin was the main lead of this movie.
Yeah. That's about it?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, The Mask. It's fucking awesome. Watch it. It's on Hulu.
Do it.
Yeah, if you have Hulu, watch The Mask. It's great. Great for kids. Have the kids watch it. I don't care.
And then I think that's it for this week. All right.
Yep. Yeah, I guess we'll cut it up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere, Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is also Spotify and SoundCloud. And we also have a WordPress.
Yep.
You at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark with the Mic. Follow our other podcasts. We have Shell Shock, Donna Trekkie, the Morphin Cast, and the Gamer Rage podcast. They are all monthly podcasts, and our It Gets Better, I Swear, and the Wrestling Babble. Check out the Facebook pages too, the Wrestling Babble and It Gets Better, I Swear. We post a lot of things on there. And yeah. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Somebody named CM Punk gave him an ice cream sandwich.
He thinks
I can't fight that guy, so I'm just gonna let him have it.
He thinks he's royalty right now, so he's not allowed to have sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Yeah, you gotta humble him now. All right, peace out.
Hit him with the GTS.